What's up YouTube, Reggie here, back again with another video. Today I have the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus and the LG V20. Right, I'm on the front-facing camera, and both of them are on the same mount. We know that the V20 is kind of an older device, and it's got older hardware and hasn't gotten updated that much. So let's just see how it does. I mean, it's supposed to be like the content creator's device, since you can, control the microphones and things. Really just go into manual mode and go crazy like that. So I want to see how it stacks up and ask the question if it's still worth it in 2017. So let's go. Just got them hooked up to my Joby Gorilla Pod. So we're just walking down here to the park, and you can see how the image quality and the stabilization does on the front-facing camera of both. You guys let me know which one you think looks better. Just at face value, looking at the viewfinder, it looks like the S8 has a much better front-facing camera. So I'm just gonna pan around here and you can kind of see how it does in different exposure. Go with the lighter. Here we are again. Let's see what time it is. It's about 7:20, so we're approaching golden hour. It's a pretty nice time for filming stuff. The light isn't too harsh, and I would say this is kind of the perfect time right now. So let me know how it does. And we'll see if the LG V20 can compete with today's flagships. And I'm interested in this because right now you can get V20s for like really cheap. I got this one on Craigslist for under 300 bucks used. Alright, so now I'm on the rear facing camera of both the S8 Plus and the V20. The S8 has a 12 megapixel rear facing camera, and the V20 has a 16 megapixel rear facing camera. Let me know how the image quality is. We're shooting at 30 frames per second. And let me know how the stabilization is doing. I'm gonna walk up to these bush and you can see how the colors do and the image quality. Pretty green on the S8. A little bit more natural tones on the V20. Just gonna pull up to this tree. Maybe we can do a little autofocus test. Check out these amps right here. Here's the amps on the S8. Pull away. Come in. Okay, pretty quick. Let's see on the V20. The autofocus a little bit slower. I think it's catching on my daughter. There you go. So pretty quick. Okay, so now I'm shooting at 60 frames per second. You guys let me know what you think of the quality and how it looks. You can see these greens, nice and vibrant on the S8. Just pan around really quick. Take a look at that sky. Okay, let's look at the sun. See how it does with these highlights. Just based on the viewfinder, it looks like the S8 has a nice dynamic range. You can see really good detail and on the trees and the clouds, but on the V20 the clouds look great, but the trees are pretty underexposed. Can't really see much. Oh, excuse me. So we'll do another focus test at 60 frames per second, 1080p. Looking at my wife just squatting. Come on. It's like S8's kind of having some trouble locking focus on this tree. Pull up. Okay. Go. On the V20. Okay. So we're shooting at 4K right now. Walking around, you can see, the image stabilization and the image quality. Again, just like the other modes, S8 has great dynamic range here. Definitely properly exposing everything. The clouds look great. The background looks great. Look at that orange. You can see some details in the trees. Really good. The V20 looks like everything is underexposed. Not as saturated. You like walking? That's fun. And it looks like the V20 is just kind of washed out. I would say for this scene right now, the S8 is doing a better job of capturing what the actual colors and saturation are. The V20 is really saturated. I'm sorry, the V20 is very washed out. Colors don't look that great. Like we did before, we'll just do a quick autofocus. Why not? So, got the S8. We are focused on ants. Pull up, wife, ants, wife, autofocus. And let's say just excellent. Okay, so the V20, check out the ants. Okay. Okay, and just for my last test during the day, I just had to make an honorable mention regarding the wide angle lens of the V20. Right now you see that S8 just on its single front facing camera, rear facing camera, and the V20 is on the wide angle lens, and you get just this really immersive point of view. If that's the intent of what you're trying to show, you want to show the story of the background and what's going on. So let's say I put my daughter here in the scene, and you can kind of see how vast everything is out here, whereas in the S8 it's just kind of lame, not much storytelling going on.
Yucky?
So, and I've been doing my vlogs recently with the V20 is on the wide angle camera, so I'll just switch over and shoot backwards, I guess, on the rear facing camera and just kind of walk around like this. I think it's been really good. I think it's really a good way to tell your story if you do vlogs or something like that. I'm really impressed with the wide angle camera. I wish that more smartphones would offer that option, because I think That's more versatile than having a telephoto lens that lets you zoom in 2 times and does some software blurring. I'm not really a big fan of that. But anyways, just wanted to give an honorable mention for the wide angle camera.
After all that we've been through, I think it's fair from me to you. Watch it burn as we soar away. Hey, hey. After all is said and done, and I know I am the one, I have waited here forever. But all I know is what I'm told. This feeling cannot be controlled. Watch the stars when I am gone. Have faith in me, we'll behold. The skies are cast, they are foretold. Watch the stars when I'm gone. When I am gone.
Alright guys, so I'm here with the LG V20 and Galaxy S8 Plus. We are using the rear facing cameras, shooting at 1080p at 30 frames per second. It's times it about 7:30, something like that. And you know, getting pretty close to sundown, nighttime. So you can see how the image stabilization does on both the S8 and the LG V20. They're both on the same camera mount. So I'll just pan around a little bit. Hanging out. We're just hanging out at the park. Kind of our daily routine here. Just from looking at the viewfinder, you can already tell that the S8 has really nice, vibrant colors. The image quality looks a little bit better too. V20 looks quite washed out, and the image stabilization is kind of bad. It's kind of bouncy. Alright, so we are again. I'm at 1080p at 60 frames per second. Gonna see how it does at night with autofocus and things. My daughter running around, everybody having a grand old time. You guys let me know in the comments how the image quality looks and the autofocus. So I'll just kind of look away really quick. You can see I just kind of slow pan over here. I'm shooting at 4K at 30 frames per second. Walking around, you guys can see how the image stabilization does. Hi! And the image quality. You know how the colors look and the detail. I mean, gosh. In general, it's like the S8 Plus just looks better. But we'll see when I get back on the computer and look at both of these outside of the viewfinder. We're right now definitely in a pretty low light situation. It's almost 8 p.m. here in Southern California, so pretty dark. You can see how cloudy it is. Gosh. See how cloudy it is. So I'll just do a little slow pan over here so you guys can see it does. Light flare is okay. Alright. Okay then. Alright guys, so I got done with my comparison video. Walked around here at the park during low light. You can see how the image quality is, how much light comes in. You guys feel free to let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. I'm actually pretty impressed with both cameras. I really like the V20 because of all the customization and manual controls you can do, especially the microphone directionality and being able to do the boost. I think you can boost or lessen the gain by plus or minus 20 decibels, so that's actually pretty good. Oh, my daughter is going down the slide for the first time. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to let me know what you think and like and subscribe. This is Reggie. I'm signing out. Take care. Bye.